Well, joining us right now to talk more about the president's speech and really the expansion of U.S. nuclear power production is Energy Secretary Steven Chu. Secretary Chu, great to have you here on Street Smart. Let's talk about the president's plan. I mean, how significant and how quickly does all of this ramp up?
Well, we hope as quickly as possible. Of course, the next step is NRC approval, and that's something that's out of our shop. The alliance between the three companies that were announced today are going ahead with preliminary site designs. The plan, hopefully pending NRC approval, is that these reactors can be built in the 2016-2017 time period.
Secretary Chu, let me ask you, though, how much risk this poses for the government and for the American taxpayer. I bring that up because we're going to have a guest who comes on later on, and she points out that 6 of Wall Street's largest investment bankers recently told the Department of Energy that they are unwilling to accept any financial risk for nuclear power loans. So that makes me a little nervous. They don't want to touch it, yet the government is getting behind it, and essentially every one of us taxpayers.
Well, we look on each application on a case-by-case basis. This particular loan, 3 very solid companies. They've operating 2 nuclear power plants safely, successfully over a period of many, many years. And as we look at this particular loan, we feel that the risks are very manageable, and we're behind this. So it's not a generic statement you can say about all nuclear power plants. And quite fundamentally, I think some of the skittishness of the financial community is based on previous experience of long delays. Again, we hope that these power plants can be up and running in a very short period of time.
And let's talk.
After you demonstrate, you can yes?
No, please finish.
Well, after you demonstrate that you can get these things up, running, built on time, on budget, I think the financial community will get behind it.
Let me ask you, because obviously this initial amount of money for Southern Company, you said you feel pretty confident about what they're going to do, $8 billion to Southern. I mean, how much money will Southern and its partners have to pay to cover the cost of the subsidy?
Well, we won't get into the overall cost subsidy, but let's just say that this is a loan for a little bit more than $8.3 billion out of a total package of $14 billion. And so the companies have a lot of skin in the game. And we feel that this is something where it's the taxpayer is long negotiations, very complex negotiations. And I think the taxpayer is protected.
Let me ask you, the reason I bring up the concerns for the taxpayer is that the CBO did a study in 2008, and they found that it often costs, the actual cost of building reactors, nuclear power reactors at the time, exceeded quotes or quoted estimates, I should say, by more than 300%. So it tends to cost everyone a whole heck of a lot more money than everybody originally anticipated. Who ultimately will you think pick up that tab? Would it go to Southern Company or would it go to the taxpayer?
Well, first, I'm not familiar with the CBO report, but again, this might have been an average. It might have been considering past history. We haven't started a new nuclear project in almost 3 decades, and so it could have been based on previous history of long delays, things of that nature, which go directly to the bottom line. All right. And so again, with this particular project, we're quite comfortable.
All right. So you're not worried about delays. Hey, we got about 30 seconds left here, Secretary Chu. I'd be remiss not asking you about the big problem of nuclear waste. What are we going to do with it?
Well, we've appointed a Blue Ribbon Commission to look at this. I think a lot has been learned since the days of the Nuclear Regulatory Waste Act, and I think we can be on a path. This is the nuclear waste, the back end of the fuel cycle, is a solvable problem, both politically and scientifically.
All right. Well, certainly a lot will be talked about it in the future. Secretary Chu, we appreciate your time. Energy Secretary Steven Chu.